Okay, welcome to the call, guys. This is Geek Out Fridays. If you've never been on a call, this is a bi-weekly call. We have them every 2 weeks. We'll be taking off for a Christmas holiday, so we got about 3 more Geek Out Fridays before the end of the year. And we talk about marketing automation. And primarily, we talk about the tools that we use, hacks that we found, tricks that we can share, and kind of workflows. I think the biggest thing with content marketing and online marketing in general is having a good workflow that one you can use yourself, but one that you can pass along to your VA or to your staff. So I'm going to try to go over a workflow. I teach by showing you a strategy level and workflow, and then I show you the demo. So I know we got a lot of new people on the call, so kind of getting you familiar with how we do our Geek Out Fridays. But at the end, we answer questions. And we hope that sometimes we try to keep it under an hour, but sometimes it goes to an hour and a half. So hopefully you've got enough time to watch the entire call. At the end of the call, we'll be giving you the custom outline and the custom prompts that we use, along with any special notes and slides. Okay, Wayne, you ready? So we're going to be using Zimmwriter, Aimasher, and a couple other tools today to do Amazon review posts. And before we get started, I want to show you, I've got a demo site that we're building. We started last week with it. So I am going to bring that up and show you what Amazon review posts look like. It's easier sometimes if you see a website in action, and that's what I'm going to show you. So this site it's called Push Pedal Crank. It's one I bought off of GoDaddy auction. It's got some good dope. I think the Moz score is 35 on it. So I've got some good traction. I think it's 10, 11 years old. But we're building out bike reviews, cycling tips, gear, and accessory. So all this content right here is all generated with Zimmwriter or ScaleNut. So I've got some pillar posts. What is the best e-bike for seniors? This is a pillar post, and it links to other articles. It does some outbound linking and some internal linking. But for the most part, all our articles are generated strictly with Zimmwriter, okay? But now we're doing bike reviews. People are asking, how do you monetize these sites? Well, we're going to add AdSense after about 2 to 3 months. Now, everybody out there, every guru out there is going to tell you something completely different with AdSense. This is how we do it. We will put AdSense on after about 60 days. And we do that because we want to season the site a little bit. This is, somebody asked what theme is. It is a Zox news theme. You'll see me use Zox a lot because it is a very professional site, and I kind of know my way around it, so I don't want to go out and learn something new. And it has different looks. So let's take a look at the bike review. Now, I do Amazon. I've got an Amazon associate account. Hopefully everybody on the call can get theirs. And I built this with Zimmwriter and Aimasher. And if you'll notice some things, we put a voiceover. This is an Amazon review summary of the product.
Introducing the Eurobike folding bike, a game-changing option for both mountain bikers and daily commuters. With its foldable design and features like a full suspension.
So we do a summary of the entire article we create with Zimmwriter, and we make a voiceover with 11 Labs, and we post it in here. We actually host this on our site for you, so it doesn't cost any memory on your site, because it's just a div tag or an iframe over. Okay, so we have an image. This is the first image. The image is clickable to the product. This is really important to do in a bike or in any type of product review. You want your images to be clickable to your associate link into Amazon. If I click it, go straight over there, add to cart, boom, they're gone. Now, what I try to do is I try to get products on Amazon that are over $200. The reason for that is, one, I want to make more money, but it gets people, if they're serious about buying a bike, they may go in there and buy a $200 bike, or they may upgrade. If you're showing them products that are $9 and it's a mixed bag of parts, that's the level that they're going to be buying at, is from my experience. So you get a 24-hour cookie with it, meaning anything they buy for the next 24 hours, if you're the last associate tag in there, you get credit for it. So if they're buying a $200 e-bike, they may buy 2 of them. They may go in and buy some helmets, some bike gear. They may even buy a bike carrier. So they may spend $1,000. Your percentage is very low. It's 2 or 3%. As you sell more, you get a higher percentage. Okay. So here's the review. I got key takeaways in here. It's a short intro. And let me close that out here. And a product summary. I've got a video in there and little specs overview, bike feature and specs. Here's a clickable button. Now, I'm going to show you how to get that in Zimmwriter. Zimmwriter makes this for us. We add some, in Aimasher, we'll add some spacing around it to make it clean it up a little bit. Advantages, disadvantages, this is actually supposed to be pros and cons. I probably would change that inside of WordPress. You know, this is just how OpenAI is writing this review. I am using, on this one, this is a GPT-4 article. It cost me 71 cents. I did spend about 10 minutes just kind of tweaking some of the sentences and cleaning it up a little bit. I got frequently asked questions in here, and then share buttons. And then I have a bio of Vincent Terry. He's a minion. We built him inside of Minion Builders. And we have a really good profile. He's a bike rider, and he has an adventure dog. I guess his name's Buddy or something like that. So all my sites, they all have authors. Authors all have author boxes, and we put a bio and a picture for the author in there. Okay. So it's just, I want a good bike review. I don't need it to be perfect, but I need a bunch of good bike reviews. Zimmwriter is absolutely perfect. So let's get into the slides, how we're going to build this. Okay. Here's the blueprint. We need to set up the scraper on Zimmwriter. You only have to do this once, but you've got to set up Zimmwriter to be able to do these bike reviews. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. Then we want a content outline. Matt gave us a really good content outline. I've just kind of tweaked it a little bit, and I'm going to give that to you at the end of the call. Now we want to find and copy product links. You want to go to Amazon. You want to find some product links in there. Okay. I show you a trick on how to use RSS feeds to grab 10 to 30 links at a time. Okay. Then we want to run the links into Penny Arcade with the custom outline enabled. Okay. And then we're going to publish. You can either enhance and publish and add your voiceover and do some editing before it goes into WordPress using Aimasher if you've got that. If you don't, there is a WordPress connection inside of Zimmwriter that works pretty decent. But there's some downfalls to it. I wouldn't say downfalls. There's more editing required in WordPress if you use the internal WordPress to make your pictures linked and to do some cleanup on it. Okay. But we're going to show you both ways on how to do this. Okay. Okay. The setup. You've got to set up Zimmwriter first. So you got to get ScrapeOwl. Hopefully everybody is using ScrapeOwl. If you don't, there is a link inside of Zimmwriter to buy ScrapeOwl. You want to get the API code. Okay. And you're going to paste it into right here. It says set new ScrapeOwl API code. It is in the options menu. You're going to paste the API into the ScrapeOwl settings. Okay. So you buy it, paste your API right in here. Very easy to do. So that's kind of step one here. Once you do this, you won't have to do it again. Okay. Now, there is in the options menu, there is Scraping Surgeon. Now, Matt's been very kind, and he's already built a scraper for Amazon. So you can build other scrapers that will do Best Buy, will do Target, will do Walmart affiliate products in there. So you can do a whole bunch of different big box store reviews, but you're going to have to build a scraper, a surgeon scraper, to read and modify scrape out. That's what he's done. He's already done it with Amazon, so you don't have to do anything special right there. Okay. Step 2. While you're still in the options menu, you want to choose the button to replace the link. Now, if you do this, you're going to get that little orange button, and here's the button color. It's, I guess, Amazon orange. And then you can put whatever text you want, but all your buttons will look like this. Same color, same wording, okay, until you change it again. This is inside the options menu. Once you set it, you never have to go back to it again unless you want to just change something in there. Okay, now this is the basic custom outline. And you can do a screen copy right here. I named it Amazon_basic_review. I'm going to give you this at the end of the call as a text file. Okay. I'm assuming we can move on. So make your screen copy real quick. Okay. Now, once you've got your setup done inside of the options menu in Zimmwriter, let me just pull down the options menu so I can show you real quick. You're in options menu. Here's where you set your CTA button. You want to make sure that's checked. View latest prices is orange. Scraping surgeon, you don't have to do anything for Amazon. But if you're going to do other products, you will go into scraping surgeon. Matt has a video on how to do this. This is advanced CSS editing. Okay. So if you're going to do something like this, you may want to go to Fiverr or hire somebody inside of Zimmwriter that can do a scraping surgeon for a Best Buy review or a Walmart review. Walmart is a great source for product reviews and product purchases. They're trying to catch up to Amazon. So both Best Buy and Walmart are good ones to use. Okay. This is where you're going to set up your scrape out. This is what it's going to look like. You'll buy it, set it. This is for proxies. I don't use proxies. I just use the scrape out on there. Okay. So once you set up scrape out, you got your button checked right up here. You could also set your default. And this is where you set where it's going to go. It's going to go into my Dropbox Zimmwriter output. Okay. Once you're done, you're going to hit save options. And there you go. Okay. So let's talk about how do you get your Amazon product links. You're going to go to Amazon. You're going to copy the product link that you want to create a review post, put it in a notepad. So you're going to paste it into a notepad, and then you're going to add at the end of the URL, your associate tag. Now, I have the Amazon site stripe that I'll show you. And if I go into Amazon, you should be able to set this up. I set this up a long time ago, so I have no idea how to get in here and set. This is called site stripe. So you can go in here, and we're doing kids bikes today. So if I did that particular link, that's the link to the product right up here. Okay. But if I go over here, I can get a text link that has my link built into it. I can either do the short link or I can do the full link. Okay. So if you want individual links with your code in there, that's how you get the link. Okay. But I'm going to show you kind of an easier way to do that. You can just grab this link up here and add your tag at the back end of it. Okay. So this is just a fake name right here. So put, whatever your default, your Amazon associate link, it will end in -20. I think for UK, it may be in a different dash number, but this is what your associate tag would look like. Okay. Now, if you want to do multiple links at a time, if you're like me, you don't want to do one at a time. And I don't necessarily need 100 kids bikes reviews inside of my bike site. I want 3 to 4, maybe up to 10 in certain categories. So e-bikes, they are the hottest thing right now, and it's probably the hottest thing for Christmas. They start, I want my e-bikes to start at about $500 and go up. Okay. So if I'm making 3% of $500, that's $15. If they go in, they may buy helmets, they may buy a bike carrier. So they may put that tag, they may go all the way up to $1,000. If they do that, then I'm making $30 off that sell. Okay. So that's why I want higher end products. That's why I like bicycles. You use sporting equipment, golf equipment. That would be a great site to do affiliate stuff. If you're doing knitting and yarning, you're not going to make a lot on Amazon. Okay. So get high-end product that people like to buy, especially around Christmas. That's why I'm showing you this. Okay. So I'm going to show you the multiple link strategy. How do you get multiple links fairly quickly out of Amazon? Well, you build an RSS feed. Now, Amazon used to have product data feeds with your affiliate code automatically sent to you. They turned that off. So there's two sites that we use. We use RSS Ground, and let's just go ahead and go to the next slide. Here's the two tools we use. This is free. You can get 3 feeds per day on your browser. Now, if you clear the cookies, you can get 3 more feeds. So it tracks cookies. You can get 10 links per run. And the reason I like this one here is it works from a URL link, meaning I can go into Amazon, filter down to, let's just do this. I can filter down to kids' bikes age 4 to 6. Okay. I can take this URL up here and copy it, but I want to go even further. I want all 4-star or better reviews. And I want some expensive bikes. So let's do 100 to, well, let's just put 100 in here. Now, if they're buying kids' bikes, they're probably buying extra stuff for Christmas. Helmets, kids' clothing, everything else. But this is a good start right here. I got some good bikes right in here. Okay. So I'm going to come up here and copy this link, and I'll make a feed out of it. Okay. Now I want to put my Amazon link in there. So guys, don't use my Amazon link. I would recommend using your own, but if you want to, you can use this and I will get paid instead of you. Oop. Okay. I ran my 3 already today. So I'm going to come over here and see if I can, without clearing cookies, I'm going to see if I can do it inside of a incognito window. And let's go back, grab that Amazon link again. Okay, paste that in there and grab my affiliate code, paste that in there. I think I grabbed the link for the fat tire bikes, which I need those also. So this takes about 20, 30 seconds, but it's going to give me the 10 links is what it's going to pull. And in fact, since we're using the fat tire, let's just go over here. Yeah, I think I pulled the fat bike. So I've got inside of my site here under, I don't have any reviews for kids' bikes, and I don't have any for fat bikes. So I'm going to load those up today on the call. Electric bikes. You can see I've got several electric bikes in here. These are going to be my money makers. I also put a content widget in here. So this is Amazon favorites. I picked this up inside of RSS Ground, and I just add the widget into the sidebar of WordPress. Okay. Trying to get their interest into some high value e-bikes. Okay. So let's see where we're at on the RSS feed. Okay, so we got an RSS feed ready. We're going to come back and visit this in a few minutes. I just want to show you that's how you do it with my site generator. So I'm going to go to RSS Ground. They have a free plan, but I have a paid plan because I use it with RSS Masher. So I'm going to go over here to RSS Ground. Oh, let me see. There we go. And show you how I use it here. Okay. I'm going to go in and generate a private feed. I'm going to make an Amazon. You notice it's all set up for all these different affiliate products, but I'm going to make an Amazon. It's already got my associate ID in there. And of course, I'm going to have to change my access keys now. Okay. I'm going to put in kids box, and I'm going to hit generate. But before I do that, let's go over here, advanced settings, USA, all departments. I want to pull it from sporting goods. These are the main headers. So I'm going to go sports and outdoor, and we're going to do kids bikes, $100 or more. I want to do condition new. I don't want to pick up any used or refurbished products, all new. You can do sold by Amazon, but I'm just going to do this one right here. And I want to do best match. You can do best match, or this is average customer review. This is going to give you the top reviewed products for kids bike. I'm going to do best match with it. Hit generate and save it to my feed box. This is the storage place for it. Okay. And we'll go down here to kids bikes. I think that's the one. Okay. So those are great. Okay. So I've got an RSS feed available for that. And I'm going to open that up. We're going to come back and we're going to review this, but that's where I'm going to pull the RSS feed. Okay. So keep this in mind. We're going to come back and revisit this, but we wanted to set up this ahead of time so you see how it's done. Okay. The advantage of using RSS Ground, this is, I think it gives you better quality, but it gives you the ability to sort by best match or by the average review or by the newest products. But you can also make content widgets. That's how I make the content widgets that go into WordPress and to put it into the sidebar there. Okay. But it works from a keyword. It doesn't work from a searched link, a filtered search link. So that's the difference between these two. Any questions about this that I can answer while we're talking about these?
Somebody asked about the plugin extension name. What was it called?
The plugin extension?
We haven't mentioned one, have we?
Don't think so. But if the content widget for RSS Ground is, you just come into the feed box here and let's say e-bike's newest arrival. I'll do that. And I don't want to edit feed, but I can come up here and go, okay, create a.
Oh, the other tool you used other than SiteGround. SiteGround is the hosting company. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure that.
Not sure what you mean, Tony.
Okay. So to create a content widget with selected, you can do a new content widget and it's going to pull it from your feeds box. So I could do that and then enter the feed. And this is where you're putting in your kids bikes or whatever box you want in there. This is it's easy to use once you start using it, but let's go back to content widget. Okay.
No, we meant the other tool, RSS Ground, and the other one that you used.
Oh, the other one is the my sitemap generator.
There you go.
And I'm going to give you these links at the end when I give you the custom outline. So you can write it down or copy this if you want. So let's go back to, I guess I lost my train of thought here. We're in RSS Ground. Okay. So this content widget is that link, that right there is I copy it and I put it into a sidebar HTML code. Okay. And you may have to adjust it because it is an iframe that you're putting in there. And so I make it 280 wide. I know Zox, they do a 300 wide sidebar. And then you can adjust the height, but I do it 280 so I can have the slider in there with it. Font size, you got all this that you can change. Item title, I show the title and you can put HTML wraps around there and the date, item description. I'll do 240 to 300 characters. and item link. You definitely want the item link in there. You want the item link because that's how you make your money. Okay. So this is all from that one feed that I created in RSS Ground for e-bikes newest arrivals. Okay. And it's going to shuffle it and do all this. This is not really training on RSS Ground. They've got really good training in there, but this, I just want to kind of show you how this is done. Okay. So I'm going to come back here, get ready for our kids' bikes, and just open that up, and we'll pull that feed in just a second. Okay. So let's go back. So these are the two tools that we use to pull 10 links at one time, and then we're going to parse it to get the actual URL links. Okay. Reason we do this is for speed. We don't have to grab 10 links at one time. We're going to use our tools right here. Okay. So next, I'm going to give you some settings. Okay. With the custom outline feature, I have done probably 100 plus review posts trying out 3.5, DaVinci 4. Also, with the custom outline, I have a custom prompt you can use. And so what I'm looking for is quality of content versus price I have to pay. Okay. So if you're using 3.5 and the custom outline, no custom prompt, just this turbo and custom outline, you're going to be spending anywhere from 3 cents to 10 cents per review. Okay. That's pretty cheap. That is part of the penny arcade. But I would recommend don't use key takeaways in the settings. Okay. Because this is duplicated, because 3.5 is not very smart as far as differentiation of paragraphs. Is it repeats of what you have in key takeaways into the overview. Okay. So just don't check that. I'll show you on the settings how to do that. If you're using GPT-4, you're going to get a far better review if you do it this one specific way. I'm going to show you how to, in your tone of voice. GPT-4 really uses your tone of voice. So I don't use auto voice when I'm using GPT-4. I'm going to put a professional bike reviewer or a professional automobile car reviewer. I'm going to be very specific on my tone of voice if I'm using GPT-4. I hope all this makes sense. But if you're using GPT-4 with the custom outline, with the custom prompt I'm going to give you to build your reviews, your cost can go over a couple of dollars. I'm going to repeat this. It will go over a couple of dollars per review. If you do 20 reviews times $2.50, that's $50 you're going to spend on doing 20 reviews. Is it that much better than 3.5? I say it takes less time to edit and the quality is better. But it's really what is your goal? Do you want really good quality reviews that you don't have to edit a lot? Or do you want a bunch of cheap reviews? Well, you can do a bunch of cheap reviews by the time you get to $50. I mean, this is a lot of cheap reviews you could do in here. Okay. Now I say they're cheap. If you don't use this, they're going to be shorter articles. They're going to be more concise. And it also is the Amazon product review itself. If you find a product that has very little content, there's not a lot of content to write about. So your review is not going to be very good. But if you find a product that has a lot of content, your reviews are going to be better because there's more to write about. Okay. Now, the final thing is, if you're using GPT-4 on a custom outline to review the links, look at the heading. You're going to have to edit it. You're going to have to look at the headings and remove quotes. It is putting double quotes and single quotes around the H2s. Matt is aware of this. We've been talking back and forth about it. Probably by the end of this call or by tomorrow, he'll have all that fixed. Okay. So you're going to have to edit it in some way. And Aimasher gives you that editor. If you're not using Aimasher, you're using either Zimmwriter or somebody else's plug and play extension, whatever it is, you're going to have to go into WordPress and edit the H2s as of the time of this video right now. Okay. If you use 3.5, you don't have to edit the headings, but you're going to have to edit the content. Okay. So these are just some tips on settings. I have everybody all the time asking me, what do you use for 3.5 or 4? It is totally up to you. You own OpenAI. You have to pay the bill. You make the decision. Okay. I think I've hammered that enough there. Okay. Here's the steps. You're going to run Penny Arcade. You're going to paste URLs into the Penny Arcade. You've got to turn off the H2 suggestions, okay, so that you can do custom outline. Then you're going to make your settings, and I'm going to show you on how to do that. And if you're going to use Matt's WordPress, you've got to enable the WordPress. If you're not going to use that WordPress poster and you want to send it out to your output folder, you can use Aimasher. We're going to pick up the image. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff on the media enhance. And then you start your Penny Arcade. Very basic, but hopefully this is your step-by-step right here. And we're about to go over that. Okay. Wayne, any questions before I get into the details?
No, we're good so far.
Okay. So let's talk about this table right here. If you're going to use WordPress enabled in Penny Arcade, Zimmwriter is going to be your publisher. You have nothing. Aimasher is not even going to go into effect. Okay. So if you don't have Aimasher, just use this. Just turn on your WordPress. Okay. So the pros, it's completed inside Penny Arcade. It's convenient and it's very well organized, and it will do the posting. You need to make sure that it works first before you send a whole bunch of reviews through. Okay. That you got to use the right app password code, not your WordPress password. So I know he's got some training on how to set up the WordPress. It is convenient. Here's some cons. You still have to go into WordPress after each one of these and add links to the image and add any additional media that you want. You need to make sure that the YouTube embed works. I've noticed on some WordPress, and it's really based on the theme and the builder, is whether or not that YouTube becomes a video embed or if it stays as a YouTube link. Okay. Using Zox, when I'm using Zimmwriter's WordPress, it remains a link. So it's just a link to YouTube, and it takes them out of the review. Okay. So it doesn't open a new screen or a new tab and does the YouTube. So you'll see this. You'll make the decision on what to do there, but you will have to make it into a media embed once you're inside WordPress. The scheduling is limited. That's really just the function of how he's got it set up, and that's fine. You can do draft, you can do publish. I think you can do some type of drip feed. I'm not sure about. There's no automated voice summaries. We like to have summaries with our review. The reason is a 30-second summary will help people stay on that page longer. Google is watching what that visitor comes to your site, and if he stays on that page for 3 seconds and bounces, Google is watching. If he stays on the page for 30 seconds as he's listening to this review and he's scrolling down at the same time the audio is playing, Google sees it as 30 seconds, and dwell time is a big key in metrics. And also the person reviewing this, as he's listening to the audio, he is scrolling on your page. So he's scrolling, reading, possibly clicking. Okay. So that's why we like to have, especially with reviews, is a audio review to go with it. Okay. So if you're not using WordPress enabled, you leave it disabled, and you're going to use Aimasher method, and you get the software course. The pros are, we're going to automatically link the image, the main featured image. So you're going to we send over a featured image and a first image, and that's the image that we're picking up from Zimmwriter. Zimmwriter is going to give you that image. Okay. Voiceover summaries. You have to have your 11 labs integrated in it. I think they have a price at $8 or $10 a month and $20 a month. Wayne and I use the $20 a month program, but we use 11 labs because one, their API is really good, but they give you a lot of really good natural sounding voices. They're voices that have real voices being synthesized, and then they use your text to voice it. Okay, so we even have Matthew McConaughey, and we have Paul Harvey in there. So it really depends on what you want to do with your voiceover. But they've got some really good natural voices in there. Okay, a YouTube embed. We take that YouTube and we make it into a proper embed that's going to work in all WordPress sites and in Aimasher sites as well. Okay, we put a little bit more spacing. We kind of do some little minor cleanups on it, and we publish the categories. But here's what I like is we can randomize your posting. So especially if you're using bulk writer and you want 100 articles or 800 articles and you just want to randomly sort them between all the categories, this is what I use a lot. Is I just fill up all my categories. Okay, we drift feed. You could go draft. You can send it immediately, or I think we got 5 minutes, 3 hours, 8 hours, 1 day, 3 days, 7 days. So you can really space out your reviews. Ideally, you don't want to be putting 100 reviews on folding bikes, on 100 different folding bikes, all in 1 day. You want to space them out over time. Be like a human posting to your site. So you're probably not going to write 100 reviews in 1 day and post them all in 1 day. Yeah, Google kind of sees that, and some of the spam scores pick up on that as well. So we like to post 10 to 15 at the most per day on our review sites, and on any of our blog sites. Okay. Cons. It is a separate program. Aimasher has a cost. If you use it, great. If you have it and you use it, I want you to use it. If you don't have it yet, we'll have it available in November, late November, on some monthly plan, very affordable monthly plans that you can use this importer. So let's get started. I want to show you the demo. We're at 45 minutes, so I want to just hop into the demo. Okay, so let's go into, I'm going to bring up Zimmwriter. Okay, let's get out of this here. Close. Okay, so I'm going to have Zimmwriter kind of on this screen here, and we want to start off. I want to just show you how to use it. We're going to take, I'll just go down here. Let's grab this one. The Schwinn Elm Toddler Bike. It's got good reviews, 11,000 reviews. These are the ones I really like. It's the one, if it's got a lot of reviews, it kind of helps with the content. Schwinn's going to have some content. Here's some about this item. Scroll down here. A lot of content. It's Schwinn, so there's good content. You got a lot of reviews. So this is one that I want to copy. I'm going to come up here and grab my link. I'll just do a short. I'll go ahead and grab the full link so you see what it is. I hit Control C and come back in here to Penny Arcade, and just so you see it running, I will paste that in. Now, I'm going to use 3.5. Since this is a single one, I'm just going to go ahead and use 4. Okay. I'm going to turn this off so I can use custom outline. Come over here, custom outline. Now there's my custom outline. If you'll notice, I don't have anything loaded. To activate it, you would just I want to do the basic. So I've got 2 of them in here. I'm going to give you both of these. This is the basic. And if you want to learn more, you would click up here. Okay. Now, if I change anything in here, I want to update that outline. But as of right now, it is ready to go. So I'm going to close it. You'll notice it turned in green, enabled. Okay. So I'm good to go right there. Now, typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use automatic because I think that gives us a better, but I'm going to come down here to voice in the style of a professional bike reviewer. Okay, I'm not going to use auto style. If I'm using 4, I could probably do key takeaways, but I'm going to do that, enable list, enable key takeaways, because I'm using 4 and key takeaways, it's going to bullet point that. Okay. I'm not going to do mid-journey prompts. I don't need that. I don't need this original title. I am going to put short answers. 4 does a great job with short answers of pulling information from the article and using it for the short answers. Okay. Audience personality. I like either explorer or innocent. I'll just do innocent. And I'm not going to do automatic keywords. I don't want to use any of those. I'm going to disable conclusion because it's going to pick it up here. Okay, that's everything I want. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it with WordPress enabled. So I'm using Zimmwriter's WordPress. And I have previously integrated it. So select the Save WordPress. I'm going to go to Push Pedal Crank. I'm going to pull the categories, bike reviews. And it doesn't, yeah, okay. So that's the main category. And now I'm going to pull, it is kids bikes. So it does pull. Now, how do you want it to go over? Do you want to publish it? Do you want it pending or private? I'm going to go ahead and publish. Okay. Now, I've set this up. If I have multiple links in here, it's going to run all of them. It's going to make the article and it's going to publish. So I'm just going to do one so you see how it's done. But again, to put other ones in there, you would just grab the links and just start stacking them in here. Okay. So start Penny Arcade. And just check everything, make sure everything's right. I have this set at 10. The custom outline is going to override this right here. Okay. And start Penny Arcade. I have the confirmation screen. I want to confirm. And then one more confirmation. You want to proceed? Yes. And one more confirmation. Tell you where it's going. Okay. Now, because I'm using 4, it's going to take a few minutes to do. It's 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to do some other things while we're waiting on this to show back up. Okay. Wayne, any questions at this point?
Now everyone's focused.
Okay. Guys, y'all should be having fun with this. By the time you go through this a few times, you're going to be very proficient at writing some very good reviews. Okay. Now, I'm going to use, remember we talked about the RSS feed. We created them ahead of time. This is the Fat Tire RSS feed. Actually, that's not it. I'm going to pull it from, okay. This is the one I did on a private screen because I run out of my, so I'm going to copy where it says feed share link. So I created one. I'm going to copy that. And it's showing you what it has in here. Okay. So I don't really need a stand. And here's it looks like a motorcycle. So there's a few of them I'm not going to need. So I'm going to go in and here's how we got that copied and go back over here to Aimasher. And probably need to sign in here. Now, if you have Keyword Masher or Aimasher, Keyword Masher is just a small subset. We've got seven apps in the full suite of Aimasher. Some of them are not live right now, like the Blog Amplifier and Content Engine, but the Article Publisher, the Reinventor, and the Niche Ideas and Keyword Masher. If you bought Keyword Masher, you get these two right here, okay? But we're going to use Keyword Masher. We added one called RSS Feed Parser, okay? I just had that feed. So what I'm going to do is paste, get, okay? I just grabbed all 10 of those URLs, okay? So I'm going to copy to a clipboard. And just so you see what I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and go over here and bring in a notepad and let's paste. Okay. So I don't need Floor parking, I'm going to take that out. I'm not going to use that feed. And here's a water. I'm going to take those out. Oversized, ultraverse, interstrator valve. Okay, that looks fine. I'm going to take out a few of these mongoose. They all look kind of the same. So I'm just I want a variety of bikes in here. So we have the Mountain, we have the Dolomite and the Juno and Yodite. Okay, so I've got 5 of them. These are ready to go. These are fat tire bikes. So now let's go over, we're just kind of prepping our list. So I got 5 fat tire bikes. Now let's go into RSS ground. Remember, I created one for kids bikes. And here it is. So I'm going to grab that URL. Okay. Now you get to see this. This is kind of neat. I like this. All these look really good. This is when using best match. That's a good looking little kids bike there. Okay. Those are really good ones. Best match seems to give a variety around the keyword. Sometimes if I'm using the best ratings, I'm going to get a kid's kickstand or a kid's helmet or it's something that's not a kid's bike. So this is a good one. I'm going to copy that URL over here, and I'm going to go back into Aimasher, and I'm going to put that new RSS feed in there. And I'm going to hit get. Okay. Now it said it wrote 1 out of 1 blog, so we're going to investigate that in just a few minutes. But I'm over here. I got my fat tires. Now let's put my copy the clipboard. I can do my notepad, and here's my kids' bikes. And now I'm going to just take the top 5. There we go. Now, RSS Ground has a short link, basically, and then they add your tag and some other link coding in there. So these are the URLs that I'm going to be putting into Zimmwriter as well. Okay. So I got 5 fat tires and I got 5 kids bikes. Okay. So let's go in and make those. Let's do the kids bikes first. I'll put those Control C. Come over here, Penny Arcade. Paste those in there. Okay. Now I'm going to come down here and put some fat tire bikes in there. Okay. So I've got kids bikes and fat tire bikes. You can run them all at the same time. Now, I'm going to run, for convenience sake, I'm going to run 3.5. Okay. Remember on my hacks is I don't want key takeaways because it doesn't do a very good job and it duplicates it. So 3.5, short answers, professional bike review, everything looks good. I'm good to go. Now, you can, I'm going to go ahead and disable literary devices. This creates metaphors and similes, but it really helps in transitional sentences from paragraph to paragraph. But if you have short paragraphs, the transitional sentences it's kind of making AI fluff for you if you're using 3.5. When you're using 4 with literary devices, it tends to add the transitional to the bottom of another paragraph. 3.5 tends to make the transitional sentence its own paragraph. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn off key takeaways. I'm going to go ahead and use list in there. Okay. I'm good to go, but I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go to WordPress enabled, and you'll see this, and I'm just going to put it on none. Okay. By doing that, it disables WordPress. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm ready to go. Everything looks good, and start Penny Arcade. I want to confirm, another confirm, and I should get one more confirm, I think. Oh, it already started. Okay. So running 3.5 is a little bit quicker, but let's go on into building inside of Aimasher. Okay, before we do that, let's see if we got that. That was bike reviews. Okay, here's the kids bike that we made. We did the Amazon. We got the Amazon link. We put it into Penny Arcade using the custom outline and using WordPress enabled. Okay, so this is Zock's news theme. Notice anything missing? Well, it's because my Zock's news theme doesn't have, I've turned off putting featured image in here because I use first image as the image in here. Okay, so I've got to go in and edit the post. But let's take a look. There's the video. Specifications breakdown. You see what's happening here? This, I'm hoping, is going to be solved by the end of the day. I need some spacing around that. Benefits and drawbacks. I don't like that word, so we're going to change that. The final verdict, questions. Okay, it's not bad, but I do need an image in here. I need it linked. So I'm going to go into push pedal crank, edit post, and I'm right here. Line break. I'm going to insert the media, add media. It's a kid's bike. Okay, that looks good. And I need to put my Amazon link in there. So I'll come back here, grab my text link. I'm just going to do a short link. It's got my code. So let's copy that link, come back into that WordPress again. I'm going to put it in as full size and custom URL. Put my link in there, insert into post. Okay. Now I've got Grammarly hooked up. So if I'm in here, I'm just going to quickly go through here and adjust things with Grammarly key takeaways. Now, if you remember on this one, I think we did 4 GPT-4. So the key takeaways are bulleted. This is what I like on key takeaways. Okay. And I got to clean this up and clean this up back. It's removable and clean this up. And I don't like specifications breakdown. I don't like using the word breakdown, so I'm going to clean that up. And again, this is just using Grammarly. I want to put some line breaks in here. It's kind of, I like visual spacing around buttons. It's just my web designer ADD, I guess, kicking in. Okay. And I didn't like benefits and drawbacks. I'm going to put in here just pros and cons. Okay. The outline said use pros and cons, but it also it has a rewrite function in there. A final verdict. Okay. It looks okay. Put some spacing around it. Okay. And typically I'm going to read through this because I want a good review in here. Bike's weight. And okay. So I've got a featured image. I've got a first image and I've got a video. Okay. Now the video embedded this time. I didn't have to do anything. It worked. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. The buttons seem to work and now I'm ready to hit update. Okay. So if you don't use Aimasher, use Zimmwriter's WordPress, just come in and edit, make sure this is linked. Okay. So we're going to view the post. And the reason is people will click on this image. You want them going over and clicking add to cart. Select size, add to cart. That's the whole goal of this page right here, is to get them to Amazon and click the page. So I like this. I like the audio part, kind of giving, but we're diving into the world of kids' bikes. Of course, this is not using the custom prompt, so you're going to see some AI words in here. It's got some features we're excited about. So it's not bad. Join us as we break down the good, the bad, and everything in our Schwinn. It's kind of fluffy to me, if you ask me. I like get to the point, straight to the point. Here's the key takeaways. Here's the pros and cons, the specs. and the buttons. So I like it a little bit shorter than this. Sometimes 4 gets a little wordy. So that's why I do like to put an eyeball on these reviews. Frequently asked questions and bio. Okay, we're good to go. That one's done. Now, I'm working on article 2, it looks like. So let's go into, I'm going to show you the import. Okay, the reason we use this. This is Aimasher. I'm going to go into import articles. And we added a new feature under the import. It's Zimmwriter reviews and image. Okay. Group articles together. I want to put it into a group called push pedal crank. This keeps everything organized. And I organize it by the name of the site. I'm going to remove the title from the content. We have the ability to put the title as the title and put the title as the first, as an H1 in your content. Okay. Now, we just finished this royal baby. So I'm going to grab that one. And I'm also going to come down here. That's the one that just got posted. And I'm going to do I did the Euro bike. Let's do this folding bike at the same time in this one. Okay, so I've got 3 bikes. And actually, I've got this one in. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a bike. Here's the article. Here's the image. Article, image, article, image. So you want to make sure that you copy the image. I'm using the control key to not select that section. Okay. And I'm going to hit open. I'm going to hit import. It says 6. We really just have 3 products, 3 articles, 3 images. We import. Okay. We just imported. And when we imported, we put that image as the first image and as the feature. Come back in here to article publisher, my articles. We got 3 articles ready to go. So let's take a look at the Royal Baby Kids Freestyle Bike, a comprehensive review. Okay, click on that. Now, I'm going to change the title. I'm just going to call it Bike Review. Okay, this was what OpenAI and Zimmwriter gave us, the comprehensive review. I'm just going to put Bike Review. Make it simple. This is linked. You can see at the lower left-hand corner, it has my Amazon link on it. Okay, so you don't have to go in and edit anything. It's already done for you. We got the scoop on the Royal Baby. Let's get this sought after bike. Okay, that's okay. With multiple sizes. And this is 3.5. So I don't have key takeaway, but I have product features. So here's the key features. It's got the video, Royal Baby, specifications. We got a little bit of spacing in there, advantages, disadvantages. I kind of like it to say pros and cons. So I'm just changing this, pros. And typically I'm going to actually read through all this, but because this is a Zoom call, I'm going to try to make it faster. The wide cylinder, tires comes with. You can see, just, okay, close enough. Okay, we're good to go. How long does it take? Now, I'm going to come down here because you may not have ever noticed this, is we copy everything from that article. So we don't use this when we print it or when we publish, but this is for your knowledge. We use 3.5 turbo. It costs us 2.8 cents. So let's call it 3 cents. It made 900 words. It's OpenAI status. Everything was good. Settings used. So this is the settings. Here's the custom style using original title. And we're good to go. Meta description and link and everything. Okay. Now let's get fancy on it. I'm going to create a summary. We have choices here. I've got my OpenAI, and I'm going to do the Amazon review summary, and I'm going to create a summary. Now, it's going to read this entire article, and it's going to have an intro, and it's going to have a short summary. Is a hit with Kate, kids say. So this looks pretty good. The bike meets, however, slightly heavier. Overall, the Royal Baby Kids Freestyle is a reliable and safe option. Now, I'm going to make this so that we can voice it. I like to put paragraph breaks in here. Sturdy, adjustable. Okay. And this causes kind of a pause in the reading. Okay. And I'm going to simplify it a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Now here comes some magic right here. I'm going to read this summary with the voices. I'm going to use, I have a voice in here called Charlie. And Charlie is close to what Vincent Terry, the reviewer, would sound like, I think. So I'm going to create the audio. Now, if you have a media pack, and you can easily add media images in there, you could come down here and select kids' bikes if you have a media pack for, and then you can insert those images in there to add additional images. But on a bike review, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to have one image, one video, and the audio portion. Okay. If you could change the group here, you could send it to RSS Masher at this time, but I'm basically done. I've got my MP3. Now, if you want to, you can listen to the MP3 by clicking here. We're going to save it in storage for you, so you don't have to worry about uploading that file anywhere. Okay, but that's what it read. So if for some reason I don't want a certain paragraph or I want to change it, I can change it and then hit create audio and we'll make you a new one. Okay, so this looks good. I'm going to hit finish. Okay, that article is ready to post. So I'm going to check it here. And I'm just going to come down here and go, let's go ahead and send it to WordPress. It's going to go to push pedal crank. There it is. Category. I'm going to go kids bikes. And I'm going to go ahead and send it now. Here's your choices here. We can go all, so any that you have checked, you can send all of them right now. And it will take about 5 minutes and we'll send all of them. You can space them 5 minutes apart, 1 hour apart, 3 hours, 8 hours, 1 day, 3 days, 7 days. Or you can put them all in draft. If you want to send them to WordPress and then fix them again once you get them into WordPress. I ask, why would you do that? I don't know. I want to fix them with the HTML editor. I want to select it and ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and send this so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to do all now and hit post. Article set to post. Come up here, set to post. In about 2 minutes, it will finish. Now I'm going to go ahead and let's look at these other ones. There's a foldable bike. I'm going to fix this title. 20-inch folding bike review. Okay, that's okay. Now I want to look through here, make sure everything's right. This was using GPT-4 and it cost us 71 cents. All we were using was the custom outline and length, short, audience, personality, custom outline, and professional bike reviewer. Okay, we got a mid journey and we're ready to go. So let's go back up here and just make sure everything's looking right. Key takeaways, see how the bullet pointed, that looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to read through it. It's lightweight, versatile, impacts whether you're commuting or paramount, whether you're commuting. I'm just going to change it. This is a great and so I don't need to, let's dive, this is part of that literary device. Let's dive in a transitional sentence. I don't want that, so I'm going to get rid of that. Key takeaways. That looks good. What's that? Okay. Product overview. See the little quotes? This is because of GPT-4. There's something going on. We'll have it. I know Matt will have it fixed before long. Okay. And if you'll notice, delve. This is one of my pet peeves. So I'm going to get rid of the AI fluff word there. And the, okay. That. And kind of rewrite the sentence. Specs. I'm just going to call it, just call it specs. That. And get rid of that. Okay. That looks good. You got some spacing in there, benefits and drawbacks. I'm going to change that to pros and cons. Value assessment. Okay. Furthermore. Okay. Linear pool. Okay. This looks good. Frequently asked questions. 4 does a better job, a lot better job on this. But I have noticed sometimes it will change via 20. It changed the quote from a double quote to a single quote. Okay, this looks good. I'm going to do a summary. Okay, I want to review it real quick. And that looks good. And that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and create the audio. And again, you can change the summary multiple times, get multiple recordings. We save all the recordings. So one of the things you can do with these recordings is you can make YouTube shorts. You can make Facebook Reels with these recordings, put it right behind an image of the product. You may go into Amazon and grab 2 or 3 images of that product and put this right behind it, and you have a 30-second Facebook Reel or a YouTube short or a TikTok video. And you can make as many as you want. It's pulling from your 11 labs, so just make sure you have plenty of credit over there, okay? So we have a video, we have an audio, and we're done, okay? And this is a folding bike. So I want to put it in folding bike. Random category, see the random category. And we added this too, is if you're doing like bulk writing and you got 20 of these, you want to go random category, but you just want to shuffle them up, you choose that. I haven't seen that on anybody else's app, but we shuffle and then we randomize it to the categories. Yeah, folding bikes. Okay, I want to go ahead and publish that. Okay, so we should have that kids bike should be done. Just hit refresh. Oh, I didn't. Where was that? It was that one. I forgot to check it. You got to check it to work it. So let's do that. Let's do that one more time. Push, pedal, crank. And we're going to go to folding bikes. All now, post. Article set to post. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, earlier we just did this Royal Baby. So let's take a look at the Royal Baby. Royal Baby Kids Freestyle Bike, a comprehensive review. Okay, I may need to tweak that title a little bit. Wayne, that's something we need to take a look at is when we're in my articles and we edit that title block, we may want to make sure it changes up there too. Listen to the article. Here's the article.
The Royal Baby Kids Freestyle Bike is a hit with kids age 3, 12, with a sturdy steel frame, adjustable seat and handlebars, and multiple sizes and colors available. This bike offers a comfortable and safe ride. Key features include training wheels for beginners, a hand and foot.
If you'll notice, it did 3, 12. So that dash didn't work for the voiceover. So you would want to change that dash to 3 to 12, and it would sound a little bit better. Okay, so we get a clickable link for the image. We got the video in there. Everything looks good. Specs, pros and cons, final remarks. And these buttons take you straight over to the bike. They select the size, add to cart, and there's $103 to $179. So if they follow through with this, you just made $3, maybe even up to $4. But they're going to buy a bike helmet, I guarantee you, for their kids. They're going to buy some knee pads and some elbow pads, especially if it's a kid's bike. First kid's bike, you wrap your kid with all the duct tape and the air pillows, shipping pillows, and everything else. They look like a Pillsbury Doughboy out there. The second kid, you don't wrap up at all. You just hand them the bike and then go. So there's a newer model. So while they're in Amazon, they are linked with my associate. Anything they buy for the next 24 hours through Amazon, as long as they don't come through another affiliate link, we get credit for the sale. That's the beauty about using Amazon. It's not just this one purchase. It's especially around Black Friday, they're going to be purchasing $500, $1,000, $3,000 worth of items in a day or 2 days around Black Friday. So get in there early, get your review pages built. Okay. So that was the Royal Baby. Over here to bike reviews. And let's see, back into here, hit refresh. See if we got that one built yet. Okay, we got the push pedal crank, 7-speed folding bike. Okay, that looks good. Key takeaways and bike features. Okay, I guess I missed those completely there, didn't I, Wayne? So if you miss something like that, just go into edit post. Maybe I think what I did was I didn't hit the update button. That's really important.
Yeah, I think so.
So I get to do it again, don't I? Okay. Okay. I don't necessarily like this price competitive. Let's just edit this a little bit here. Okay, make that into a question. And let's go take this. And you kind of see that, you know, it is still some manual editing to get it right. But you want good reviews. You want them to read fairly decent. I mean, it's okay if AI writes it, because what you're wanting is the customer to make a decision to click the button. This is the primary goal of a review page. Click the button, click the button. Okay, that looks good. The final verdict and everything else. And that's fine. Okay. I'd probably fix up a few things. And also while I'm in here, I'm going to go in and make sure my rank math score while I'm in here is I'm going to do a focus keyword. I've got some little content things. So I'm not going to do it. My VA is going to come in behind me and he's going to internally link this post with other posts. So we're going to have a folding bike review comprehensive guide that's going to have these links in there. We're also going to do some outbound links. We do all that with Link Whisper. That's a plugin that I'm using. So I'm using Rank Math and Link Whisper to get the score up on link. But we have Link Whisper target keywords, update existing keywords, and then insert links. So we'll be using this to tune up this review page. We're not completely done because we want to tune it up for SEO. I'm going to hit update. So remember to hit update when you're editing. It's kind of like the save button, isn't it? Okay. Now I'm going to view the post and it should look fine. Okay. And it looks great. Okay. And here's one of the things that Zimmwriter does a really decent job is finding a good matching video to go with it. So, okay. I've done 2 of them from Zimmwriter. Meanwhile, while we've been talking, Zimmwriter finished writing everything. So I can come over and come back into Article Publisher. And I'm not going to edit all these, but I'm going to, the 7-speed folding bike, that was the last one. This is the Royal Baby. So let's import. Show you one more time how to do it. Zimmwriter. Come down here to push pedal crank. Okay, and remove title. And let's go get the other 8 articles. So I'm going to do inner tubes. I don't want that one. Come down here to the Mongoose, Joy Star. And we'll pick up the Joy Star. Okay. So I've got 6 articles with images. I'm going to hit import. Okay. They're ready to go. I'm in Article Publisher, my articles, and boom, we're ready to individually edit these. If you feel confident they're good without editing, you can go boom, boom, boom. Just select all these. And you could come down here and go put it into your WordPress. I mean, if you wanted to edit in WordPress, you could certainly do that. And you can even do random category, shuffle order, or just put under, wherever they go and then hit post. I'm not that confident with the bike reviews. I want to make them good reviews. So if the full takeaway from this training today is Damon likes good reviews, he doesn't like fast reviews. So hopefully that transfers to what y'all are doing. Do good work. I mean, the whole purpose of a review is to get them to click the button. Okay. So I'll come in and edit these later. Very easy to do. So that's pretty much it. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't given you the notepad or the text file. I think I can copy it from in here. So you're going to get this right here. This is the custom outline. Okay. This is the one that you've seen me use today. Actually, I think you saw this one. This is the advanced custom outline. The only difference between these two is I put in a section, is it worth it? Okay. If you don't like this, you want to take that section out, it's going to look just like this here. Okay. So start off with the basic right here. This is going to be a 900 word article to a 1500 word article, depending on if you're using GPT-4 or 3.5. Okay. Now, here's the custom prompt. This is similar to the one that I gave out earlier in the Zimmwriter group. Here's the list of what AI words to avoid, but I've come in and I've kind of tweaked this. This is a review. This article is a product review. Be honest, genuine in making the review. Use the content provided. Do not make up content. Very important. We don't want AI to go make up things that are not in the actual Amazon article. Okay. Do not create subheadings. Use a friendly, knowledgeable, unbiased, and informative tone of voice. Simplify language. Avoid overused phrases. Use transitions thoughtfully. Rewrite in your own words. Correct spelling and grammar. Very simple. This is what I put into the custom prompt. Now, if you run Penny Arcade, I'm going to copy. Actually, that's already in there. So here's the custom prompt. So what I'm going to do is go over and show you on Zimmwriter, back into Penny Arcade. So if I have, in fact, I've got some fat tire bikes I can run. Let's go into folding bikes. Okay, I'm going to run these last three on folding bikes. So I'm going to do control. Actually, I've already run those. Let's see. Open notes. Okay, I have some recumbent bikes in here. So I'm going to run these three just as an example. So I'm going to put those in here, and I've got custom outline enabled. So let's take a look at it. Here's what I'm using. This is the basic. If you want to change it, there's the advanced. There's the basic. Okay. Now, the basic I have in first person. The advanced, I took out first person and I set the tone of the voice inside of the settings. So I would set it right here instead of using my custom outline. Okay. You have a choice. You can take those tokens out. So if you want to modify it, you would just take that out, and let's get rid of that and save new outline. And I'm going to call it advanced review number 2. Save new outline. Okay. And let's take that voice out right there.
They can't see what you're doing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Update outline. Pull this over too. Okay. So this is the custom outline, and you can choose between, that is the advanced review, and I have voice in there, and here is the basic review. So the basic review, I'm using first person plural in all my reviews there. In the advanced, I took that out. In fact, I need to take it out right here. And instead, I'm going to catch that in the settings right here. So I'm going to use this versus set it in the outline. Okay. So I'm going to just update that outline right there. Okay. So I'm done with the custom outline. Now, if I want to put a custom prompt in there, I've already have a prompt, which is that Amazon reviews. So that's what I was showing you in the notepad. See custom prompt right here. So here's the instructions, and I'm going to update this. So I've kind of tweaked it a little bit. And let's go back to the notepad, custom outline. There's the prompt, copy it, and I'm going to paste it right in there. That's the prompt name. I'm going to update this prompt. Okay, so that's the prompt I'm going to use, and I'm going to use 3.5, and I'm going to use it everywhere. Okay, now I'm ready to close it. Now you notice how that turned green, and that's green. So I'm going to use 3.5 turbo for the outline, and the prompt is using 3.5 turbo. This is going to cost me about maybe 10 cents a piece. It's better quality than the 3.5 turbo because the prompt is being used. Is it as good as 4? I say no, it's not quite as good as 4 is, okay? But it's 10 cents versus if I change this to 4 and I change the prompt to 4, it may be $1.50 to $3. So 10 cents versus $3, you make the call. The quality is better if you use 4 here and 4 here, but the price goes way up because this is actually rewriting the article on every single section. Okay, so I'm going to use 3.5 turbo. I've got that on 3.5. I'm going to check it. Yep. Okay, so that's ready to go. I'm going to enable list, use automatic voice, professional bike reviewer, short answers. I'm not going to use key takeaways. I'm going to skip that, disable conclusion, and we're ready to go. So I got 3. I'm going to hit confirm. I'm going to say okay, and it starts running. Okay. So just to kind of wrap up, give you an idea, I've created 10 reviews, 5 of them fat tire bikes, 5 of them kids bikes. I'm sending 3 right now that are, I think, recumbent bikes. And I did 1 straight from inside of Zimmwriter. So that's 14 reviews that we can effectively put into the site today or spread it out over time. I do prefer to do my editing in Aimasher versus editing in WordPress. If you're going to edit in WordPress, send it to draft and then edit and then publish when you're happy with it. Because a lot of syndication efforts happen at the time of publishing, especially if you're using booster pages or any of the indexing tools out there. Even Rank Math and Yoast is going to send it out to be indexed at the time of publishing. So you don't want it to be wrong at the time of publishing. You want it to be as good as you can. You want a good review. Okay. Hopefully everybody has ideas are spinning around in your head. Let me get this outline saved. And you can see on the outline below that is the RSS hacks. This is the sitemap generator and RSS ground. You have your prompts and everything should be good. Let's save this. And I think I can share a text file on Zoom. Let's see if I can do that. So everyone, it's got to be in my Dropbox, I think. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Oh, somebody said we can't copy from Zoom. Okay. Well, here's what I can do is if I have it in Dropbox, I can give you the link. Let me pull that link real quick. Okay. Try that. Click on that link to see if you can pull it. Let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good. Perfect.
Guys, with that, you have everything that Wayne and I have right now. So your decision, you're in the control here, is test it with 3.5 on just a custom outline. Test it with 3.5 with a custom outline and a custom prompt. Test it with GPT-4 on just a custom outline, and then add your custom prompt. You be the judge of what you want to put on your site. I can't tell you what to do on your site outside of, I know right now I like GPT-4 custom outline, and I will edit it very quickly inside the HTML editor inside of Aimasher. I add my voiceover. I may take some sentences out. I may add some sentences, and then I publish. So that's my workflow, is I try to get it to the site as quickly as possible with the least amount of headaches. But I love the voiceover, and I love the formatting that Wayne's done to get it over there. And if you have an image, you need to link it directly to the site. You're going to get more clicks on the image than you are the buttons. Okay, let's go back to the slideshow, and I'll end it with questions. If you want, I will share this with you so you can kind of have the slide deck to go with it. Let's see if I can share this.
Public view link there, right when it says live.
Oh, there we go. Public view link. Copy. All right. Guys, copy this before we end the call. Wayne, let me know if you can access it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have my slide deck. You have my outline. You have our outline. You have our prompts. You have everything that we have. So, go in. The only way to learn this, you can watch this video multiple times, but the best way to learn it is actually do 1 or 2 Amazon reviews at a time. And if you don't have that site stripe, just go in and add that little tag, add this at the back end, that tag, edit, and then put your associate ID in there. Okay. Now I think he's got it set up to do that. I always have the tag in there. I want to make sure it's working. Peter asked, when is Wayne going to automate all this? Guys, I would love to say this is going to be automated immediately, but you see my workflow is I don't trust it, and this is really just for reviews. I've just noticed that the reviews, because what you're doing is you're taking an article, you're rewriting it in first person as a review, and you're pulling out different things on a scrape. I don't trust it to automate it enough to go all the way through. Bulk writer, I have no problem. I'll send 800 articles without even looking at a single one of them. But reviews, I want to put an eyeball on it and catch the little things. Matt, I know, is working on that double quotes around the H2s, but that's something you can edit it out. And that's why we have that editor built in. Also, why we have Grammarly, where, make sure you have Grammarly turned on for Aimasher. And then, you don't want to put 200 reviews of the same type of product. You want 5 to 10 reviews at the most of a similar product. The other thing, only put products on there that have a good price on it, because you want to make money on doing all this work. You don't want to just do this for an exercise. And guys, we got Black Friday coming up. So you really want to have these reviews in place and start getting them indexed before Black Friday hits, because our reviews will actually get ranked, especially the long tail keywords on it. But you can also do TikTok videos and Reels, or any social syndication you can do is sharing this. The actual review post is going to help your traffic also. Okay. Wayne, do you want to open that for one day?
What's that?
The Black Friday deal. Or no, we don't have a Black Friday deal on Aimasher right now. We likely are going the third week or fourth week. We're going to bump right up to Black Friday. We are going to have a good Black Friday deal, but it's the public version, which will be a monthly or annual subscription. Yep. Any other questions before we leave? I know.
There was one easy one. Does Aimasher Editor have a find and replace function? Well, it does, because you can use the browser's find and replace.
Yeah.
So you just use the Control F as normal and then select replace.
Yep. Anything else?
Do you have a protocol to monitor or alert products that expire? We don't really, because we've got too many going on.
Yeah.
But what happens is if you click on a product that is no longer there, you still took them to Amazon, and Amazon will point you to a similar product.
Yeah. Amazon does a real good with their redirects of product. In fact, what I've seen is if the product doesn't exist, a lot of times it will put you into a search of other related products. It won't directly put you into a product, but it will be related products. So there'll be 50 that they could choose from if that product doesn't exist. Do you have any options in Aimasher to use other text to voice services? Well, that's a good question. We have looked at, at one time I was selling as an affiliate voiceover tools. 11 Labs has an API. 11 Labs also has real voices that are synthesized, not synthesized voices. I know it's a slight difference, but when you have voices that are synthesized, they tend to sound like real voices. They don't sound like a computer robot. So we like 11 Labs. There's other ones out there. A lot of them don't have an API. If they don't have an API, we can't use them. But I think if you try 11 Labs out, and you can actually add your own voice in there. You can add voices of actors. What's the copyright issue of that? That is up to you to figure that out. We love using Matthew McConaughey and Paul Harvey, and I've used Frank Kern. I've trained it on Frank Kern. I think Tony Robbins is also a speaker in there that we've trained on. That is your tolerance risk on that. Do you ever plan
Oh, sorry, go
on? Do you ever plan on selling your sites on Flippa or other marketplace? If we're building them and they're making money, there's really not a reason for us to sell sites, because we got all the tools to build them. Unless somebody comes in and makes a silly offer for it, then we don't hesitate. We will sell it. I have been buying, in fact, if you look at Geek Out Fridays, I've been buying off GoDaddy auctions, but I use Spamzilla every week. I'm on Spamzilla and GoDaddy and Namecheap auctions, buying 1 to 2 really good expired domain names. So that's what I would recommend.
Brett's asked the question about what we've just closed, really. The lifetime for Aimasher.
Yeah. Guys, we have a lifetime deal, and we closed it on Halloween, on October 31st. It's beta, but what it is it's the agency. It's the full package. It's everything that Wayne and I use. If you're interested in it, let me know in chat, and I'll send you a private link so you can investigate. If you go to RSS Master YouTube channel, under our playlist Geek Out Friday, or we actually own that word, Geek Out Friday. So we've been talking about Aimasher for the last 3 months on Geek Out Fridays. It is going to be a very powerful tool with everything that we're planning on doing with it. But right now, we've got some guys that have done over 14,000 posts with Aimasher that were Zimmwriter articles. They were media enhanced, YouTube's added, and published from Zimmwriter. So we work very well with Zimmwriter, and that the import feature that I showed you today, I use that. In fact, if you wanted to see what my totals are, I go up here to the dashboard. I've published 5,800 articles. So when people ask me, about Aimasher, what do you use it for? We use it to publish articles. But we're also writing our own content engine where you put in a keyword and it will generate articles. But we're doing something slightly different than Zimmwriter. We're writing support post and abbreviated post, and we'll talk more about abbreviated post in the coming weeks. But it's a different type of post than what your traditional blog post is. Blog Amplifier, we're going to be adding more here. Listicle Builder, helpful content. And we got two or three other surprises that are going to pop up in Blog Amplifier. This is kind of like the things you don't really think about, but people are actually looking for. They're looking for a list. They're looking for helpful content. Media Mixer, that's included with all the packages. The AI Sandbox, think of AI PRM. We have something very similar, is we have prompts in here about article rewriting, book writing, chat GPT fun prompts. I think we got 2 of them in here. We're continuously adding in here and copywriting, 30 catchy titles, greatest copywriters. You can kind of see, this is a sandbox. You put your input in here, you hit execute, and the results are down here. Very easy to use. This comes with the agency package. So if you bought the beta package, you got the sandbox. It is what we're using to kind of test what we're going to be doing in the future. We're going to be building future products for Aimasher, and we may be building some bots. So we use Sandbox to test ourselves, but we give it to you to test as well. Very, very easy to use. You can change your explanation, avoid common AI words, but use this. 30 catchy titles, a new way to create an article. You put your topic in here. So, we've had a lot of people said, well, I don't want to pay for AI PRM. So I've taken the very best of that, of Chat GPT, and put it in here, and we're continuously adding. I got about 150 really good prompts that I still haven't put in here yet. Okay. So that's kind of what in integrations you can put in: unlimited WordPress, unlimited Masher sites. You can link your Google, YouTube, Google custom search. You can put Pixabay, and of course you get your OpenAI, 11 Labs, and ScrapeOwl. And we may be doing something with ScrapeOwl. So Wayne is so good with RSS feeds that we may be doing and this is not anytime in the near future, but in the coming months, we may make an Amazon scraper that you could put in your filter, and you grab the URL, put it in there, and we'll give you all the links on the page. So it won't be limited to 10. It may be 50 links in there. Okay. Guys, I'm kind of talked out. I've got an hour and 50 minutes. I didn't mean to go this long. Okay. Wayne, can you send? I think
I've done that.
Okay. There's a few guys that wanted the beta. We're not going to leave this beta open. So please, if you're going to grab the beta, grab it today or tomorrow.
I mean, my figures for comparison, because I do something different. I connect RSS Masher to Aimasher, and I rewrite news articles so that they're unique. And I've not scaled it yet, but I've done 16,000 of them while we've been testing Aimasher. So that's something else to think about.
15,000.
It's just tipped over 16,000 articles.
Oh, and I forgot to even tell you the really neat thing. Sometimes I forget this because it's automated. Is if you're bringing in Mid-Journey articles, Matt does a really neat job. He gives us a Mid-Journey prompt to go with your Mid-Journey, to go with your Zimmwriter articles. You can even check the box to do all your H2s if you want. I never do that because that's way too many credits. If you have the agency, which is the beta, if you have the beta version right now, you get 200 credits a month at no cost. We will auto-generate those mid-journey images. So I would recommend don't mid-journey your H2s, but use the mid-journey that comes with the article. And you can create a featured image. We will build it automatically with mid-journey for you. And this image builder is actually going to be using DALL-E 3 whenever it goes to API. Okay, so that means your open API, we've got it all set up. I'm sure that DALL-E 3 will be on the OpenAI's API within a few months. And the images are just as good, if not better, than Midjourney. Then you could do DALL-E 3 all the time. It won't charge you any credits. It's coming out of your OpenAI. So I always forget about this, but this is really important, is the Midjourney. Wayne, what's your website that you've Midjourneyed?
hellofaread.co.uk.
This is the in the style of, yeah. So guys, this site right here is this is a Masher site, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a Masher site. It's similar to WordPress, but it's our own proprietary sites. These are all Midjourney. Wayne, how much work have you actually done on the site itself?
In the past, I think it was about 60 minutes to set it up.
Okay.
And then it's just been running now for 6 weeks or more, maybe, with no effort whatsoever.
So this is a Midjourney image. It was auto-created. We have the RSS. It's an RSS feed that has been rewritten, completely rewritten, and it reads really well.
We do something really, if you look at, obviously people like to click these things because it's full of, like, you know, newsworthy items, shall we say.
Yeah.
But you saw how similar the comic version of the pictures were to the real people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Now go back up and look at the Midjourney version of him. Pretty good.
That's amazing. And I guess if you're a racing fan, you know who he is. Ellie Brooke turns heads with I'm sure there's a bikini picture in here somewhere. Yep.
Yeah, bound to be.
Okay. So believe it or not, these actually get really good click-throughs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
And he's got AdSense on it. You see AdSense popping up everywhere. We've got our ad networks going online with it. But you could actually put product reviews in here if you wanted, but this is more of a news site. And what we can do with this news site is we can build external links to our affiliate sites. So we can do some cross-linking effects in here. But these news sites, Google AdSense, it does make a little bit of money every single day. So very, very interesting. And the beauty about all this is it is a set it and forget it. You've got to kind of know what you're doing. It will rewrite your RSS feeds. And to me, this is like the holy grail. Is RSS feeds are current, trending, popular topics that if you could rewrite it in your own tone of voice and your style and publish it without touching the article and get a new featured image automatically, that's like it's auto publishing at the highest level. Okay. That's about it. Yeah, if you ever signed up for Geek Out Zoom calls, you should be getting a Zoom invite every time we have a Geek Out session with it. Let's see. Michael asked, how do you link Aimasher to RSS Masher? We have done a Geek Out Friday session, and I'll show you which one it was. It's about 3 weeks, or probably 4 weeks ago. And I'll put my channel, my playlist. So it's right here. This is how you magically make you convert your RSS feeds. Okay. In here, we also talk about topical authority. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can share this I can just post this link inside of the chat, everyone. Okay. So we've been talking about Keyword-Masher and Aimasher, and you're going to get more Geek Out Fridays through the end of the year. But we're going to do probably the first week in December is I'm going to do a mastermind course. It won't cost you anything, but it will be a 3-day course inside of Facebook that I'll go in, I'll show you step by step. How do you do RSS feeds to Aimasher and back? How do you start in Aimasher, make content and go to RSS Masher? We want you to be so proficient at these two products working together that when at the end of the day, you're doing just like Wayne, you'll have 16,000 articles published. I mean, that's a lot of articles, but he also has a lot of websites too. And we've got a lot of websites combined together. But
I think the thing with the RSS Masher and the Aimasher linked together is a service you can sell to clients, and they will think you are rewriting these articles. It's just amazing. You could charge them $200-300 a month, and you could move on to the next client.
And Wayne is not far off on the pricing, guys. I'm going to give you we'll close with this one example here. I have a friend of mine, and he does hot tub installation services. He doesn't own the company. All he does is answer the phone and get leads, and then he passes the leads and books the client. And he makes anywhere from $300 to I think $800 per customer that he signs up. Okay. So he does he's got services that do electrical and do the pads underneath the hot tub and the gazebos and all that. So he's got some high-end stuff he can sell. He has a site on Wix. He had some high school kid do it on Wix, and it's just your basic site and all that. But you can't automate a blog to Wix. So what do? Well, you create a subdomain called blog. Whatever his site name is, and you put a WordPress on there, and you fill it with these Zimmwriter articles, RSS feed articles about hot tub services. And I told him, hey, I'll write you 30 articles a month, and you just pay me a service fee for it. And I quoted him $300, and he said, can you do 100 articles a month? And I said, yeah, but I'll charge you $350. He signed up that day for 100 articles a month. So I've got his subdomain ready, and I'm building out Aimasher with it. And so I can go in and do one every 8 hours. That's actually 90 articles, randomize it to his blog, and I can set it up with Zimmwriter articles. I can also run an RSS feed to Aimasher, convert it, do his mid-journey images and everything. So it will take me about maybe half a day to set it up to auto run. But after that, I'll be billing them $350 a month. Very easy to sell this service. Even if you don't want to touch their website, you can put it off as a subdomain, put a WordPress in there, hook up Aimasher and RSS Masher, and you're off to the races. Okay. Guys, thank you for joining us. It's right at 2 hours. It's been fun teaching you this. The takeaway from this, go out and do this. Go out and make you some reviews today. Make you some reviews over the weekend. It's great to learn it, but if you don't put it in action, you're not going to accomplish anything. It's not going to be easy to learn the first time through. But by the time you do 3 or 4 of these little Amazon reviews and you created a little post, you're ready to go. I mean, then you're ready to start using this RSS feed method and go grab you 10 kids bikes, 10 commuter bikes, 10 hybrid bikes, and load it up with 50 of these, and you're off to the races. So thank you for joining us today. Sorry it took so long, but I get excited about this because this is the future of doing product reviews. Okay, bye for now.